Back like we never left BDA. And okay, so you've probably seen enough reviews by this time. So let's just predict, do some recap, and see what we learned and what could possibly happen. Okay. So, One Piece Chapter 815, Take Me With You. Now, I love the cover page with Vivi and Karu, and that could be one of Vivi's best pictures, honestly. Like, just looking at, okay, to the chapter, all right? But, real quick, let's deviate again, and the pic with Zoro and Sanji, with the tortoise in the hair, I thought that was cool as hell, too. Like, I really enjoyed that picture. Okay, seriously, to the chapter now. The big thing of this chapter was Germa 66, or warmonger. All right, if you don't know what warmonger means, that means to advocate or attempts to stir up war. So from that, I can say, well, Sanji's family basically likes to cause trouble, or in more simpler terms, they're the type of people who, you know, when you ask them like what's a good website or something, they suggest like World Star. You know, like who does that? Whatever. Anyways, Sanji's dad is the head of this group, so that's staying true to the theme of the Straw Hats having really, I don't know, popular dads, like, you know, Usopp and Yasop and Luffy, Dragon, and now Sanji's dad is like this huge crime boss. So the Straw Hats and their dads, they're pretty infamous. We don't know any other dads I can think of, so yeah. So what I'm thinking is this group could just be a group that they pretty much go around doing whatever it takes to cause conflict, because, you know, conflict that would help the underground trading business. So they're the type to basically, they'll have a nuclear weapon and they would trade with both warring countries, okay, because they're warmongers, right? So now Peckham's, now he said some crazy stuff about wrecking Luffy. Like he said, I will wreck you. And Luffy had the best response, and I thought this was hilarious. He said, K. That's all he said, like K. That shows Peckham's is not a threat at all to Luffy. Like, yeah, I don't know how strong Peckham's is, but Peckham's goes into Big Mom's influence, and it's crazy. The more I find out, and I was talking to Frube earlier about this, and I mentioned this to him, saying, the more we find out about Big Mom, the more I wonder, like, okay, is Shanks the weakest Yonko? Now, this is the face everyone's probably making right now, but just chill, okay? Just chill. What I'm saying is, Blackbeard has 2 devil fruits, and he's recruiting, he's stealing devil fruits, he's doing all that, so we know his power there. Kaido has this huge army, can't die, quote unquote. Big Mom now has the ability that we find out to take heads, right? And she has this huge influence, and we find out this is what the Yonko is. Shanks has to have something comparable, right? But we don't know what it is. So, I mean, you want to say, well, he has Conqueror's Haki. I'm sure they all probably do. So, if that's his only thing, I don't know how he competes. So, that's definitely interesting to see what else Shanks has. But, back to Big Mom now. Pretty much, if she tells you to come through and you decline, in typical crazy chick fashion, she decides to cut off somebody that's close to you. Well, their head. At least she cuts their head off if you decline an invitation from her, right? So that's crazy in itself. Like what the hell there, right? But based on this chapter, though, you could say that they were hinting towards Zeph, or either that or Sanji had a boyfriend while training with their kamas. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Zeph, though. Leaning towards Zeph for sure. But this does make me wonder, like, is Bobbin the one taking heads, or does Big Mom use Germa 66 to carry this out? Like, does she employ them and they do her bidding, essentially? Like, were they the cause of her rise to the top? Now, Peckham's goes deeper as far as bloodlines being tied, and it's just a political marriage. And he also said something that I found interesting, and this is a comment I received from one of the videos, and it was like, everyone who's beneath Big Mom must have their bloodlines tied. And I guess that's why she has a lot of daughters, because everyone marries into her family. So I was asking, and does Capone have to get married as well? Because Capone essentially is on a Big Mom too. So I'm not sure what's happening there. So in typical rescue arc fashion, Luffy's asking Peckham to sneak him in. But the thing is, if Peckham sneaks Luffy in, how does he rejoin the crew after sneaking in an enemy? And what the hell did Capone say to Big Mom? Like, he goes back and he says Peckham's is still on Zoe. She's like, what the hell happened? what do you say? Do you say that okay, Peckham's was trying to betray you? Because if he says that, like, Peckham's can't go back there. So Luffy goes on to assume Peckham said yes. Like, he just clearly doesn't care about what Peckham's was saying. And Carrot, interestingly enough, stated that could be fun. Now, that could be foreshadowing to Carrot going with Luffy to the party. I think so. So that's not just there for a random reason. It's like maybe more than likely she's never left. So she just wants to explore a little bit. And the Mink so far, they've been way too nice, right? Like, they've been super nice. I don't know about that. Like, they've been just super. I guess they're thankful for the Straw Hats, but I expected to see some Minks that would be like naysayers. Like, I know they helped us, but they're still humans, and I don't think the reputation that Minks don't like humans is just something that was like a fairy tale or just a rumor. I think that's true. So, something's going on there, right? I expect everything to go to shit in probably a few chapters. I really do. Something is just fishy, man. So we get to the Zoro and Luffy convo, and Zoro's acting kind of weird, but then he's still acting like himself. But I think he's worried, but it's more about him and his respect for Sanji as a man, right? I think Sanji and Zoro, they kind of have a relationship, not relationship, but an understanding of each other. And I believe that they know, like, Zoro can read into what Sanji's saying, and then he has a point about Kaido, right? About we can't deviate. We really can't deviate right now. We have too much on us. Like, the analogy I had was, it's like you're getting chased by somebody and then you proceed to chase someone else. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're getting chased by the cops and then you go chase this guy that owes you money. Like, you don't do that. First you worry about escaping the cops, and then you go chase that guy that owes you money. Alright? Anyways, we got Luffy finally meeting Nekomamushi or Cat Viper, whatever. And we meet all 20 members of the Heart Pirates. Now, personally, I was really excited about this. Like, Law is one of my favorite characters, and seeing just all those guys and how they kind of got curved by Law too, because Law just basically said these are the 20 pirates, and he goes on to talk to Luffy, and they were kind of upset about that, but it's pretty funny. After that, they basically told Law to sitch and the situation, and Law was basically, being the beast that he is, he pretty much tells Luffy that Kaido's still coming. And he echoes Zoro's sentiments. He said, we can't deviate, man. We still have Kaido coming after us. Like, I'm not sure how Blacklight will go and do that. But, I mean, Zoro and Law are saying the same thing. Like, because they understand that this is a threat that they have to take care of. Alright? And quick tangent. Can somebody please explain what the hell this face was to me? What face was Luffy making here? Because I don't get it. Alright? Okay, moving on. Frankie, Robin, and Brook now, three oldest in the crew, I believe. They decide to go to stop Conjuro and Kinemon from entering the country. Now, at first I say that's cool, but then skip to morning and they're knocked out. And Conjuro, the monkey, and Kinemon, they're headed towards Zoe. Now, remember what I said about the Minks being too nice? Like, the whole full moon thing has been foreshadowed for a while. Something is definitely up. And Hakuba isn't around, so we can't say Hakuba did this. You can't blame Hakuba for this one, okay? But next chapter, I think you're probably going to get some more Kinemon. And I think Oda may jump to Big Mom's ship and show Sanji arriving. Hopefully we see who Charlotte Purin is. It's a lot of speculation that Purin could be Bonnie. That'd be interesting. And I think we may get a real truth behind Zoe. And I'm hoping for that Kaido scene to be resolved, to see exactly what happened with Kaido and what happened with Kid and them. Oh man, I can't wait to see that. But yeah, that's basically my overview and predictions of One Piece chapter 815. Again, with the predictions though, yeah, I definitely think they could jump to Cake Island, just show us a little bit of Sanji and who's there. Maybe one of his brothers could be there. That would be interesting. That'd be a huge reveal. That would be so fun. But yeah, let me know what you think about this format. The whole reviewing thing, like I said, I'm not gonna rush to review the chapter. I really want to go over the chapter and dissect it and give my thoughts on it. And so yeah, let me know what you thought about this format, and like how I'm doing this, the overview, prediction, whatever. Because I don't know, I think this is just more information and we can kind of dive into it more and just I don't know, get more feedback there and more, I don't know, whatever. I'm rambling now, but let me know what you thought about this chapter. Give me your thoughts and opinions below. I do enjoy those. So yeah, let me know those, and like the video if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. That would be dope. Have a wonderful day, people.